back for season 2 of Unzipped, and today I have my guest, Brandon. Well, we would say what he does for a living, but thought for hire. No, and today we're discussing the wonderful topic of exposing who, exposing what, exposing you, being exposed on social media, and the ramifications that it can hold for you as a person who's been exposed, or for you as a person doing the exposing. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Know a little bit about this one.
As our exposing professional. But before we get into it, this is the part of the video where I would go like this. And, it would explain how this cocktail came about. But today it's very simple. I would say it's diabetic friendly, but I'm not quite sure how true that is. But it's just plain old Bacardi rum with Diet Coke.
The real Puerto Ricans in the house.
For my friends over here with the sugar levels. So, back to the subject at hand. Exposing people. How do you feel about it? Do you feel that it's okay for people to be exposed in their nudity and their rawness?
Well, are you talking about exposing yourself, or are you talking about exposing others?
No, exposing others. And just for clarification, when I say exposing others, because I do feel that there's a good type of exposing, and we'll get touched upon that later, but it's kind of like what you would call now in 2018 as revenge porn. Like, you break up with someone and you post their nudes online to kind of get back at them. You post sexual videos of them. It doesn't have to be after a breakup. It could just be because, I don't know, you felt slighted on Twitter because that's happened before. But yeah.
And then some. It's fucking corny, honestly. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, why? For why? Like, what joy do you get out of it?
Please, you can feel free to email us. Put your responses in the comments. Let us know why you press send on those people's nudes if you've done it before.
Actually, if you're the motherfucking catfish that nobody ever caught from like 3-4 years ago that made that whole Tumblr page, what up? Bring yourself out. Let's have a conversation because...
Cheers to the Tumblr catfishes. They're infamous. No, but I mean, to be honest, for someone to do the exposing, like if you're someone who you feel like you're an internet gangster, keyboard gangster, and you want to send out those nudes, I don't understand why. For me, I feel like it shows how small you are as a person, just because you feel that you're belittling someone that literally gave you their trust and kind of gave you a vulnerable moment, regardless of what your reasoning behind it is. I just feel like it's not even petty. Like, it's not even a funny petty. It's just sad. And it's not sad for the person being exposed. It's sad for you that you felt the need that it would be okay to do that.
Exactly. Like, that's the best that you can do. And that's how low you feel about yourself, that you're just here, let me put this out there. And then half the time it blows up in people's face because it don't do much but get the person more attention. And then let's talk about how fucking nowadays people have just reclaimed that exposing shit and just like, what's that shit? My OnlyFans, my OnlyFriends, whatever that shit. People just getting naked.
Oh my god, not my OnlyFans.
Whatever the fuck it is.
The OnlyFans.
Whatever it is.
So
people have reclaimed that exposure and now they're just banking off of it.
So wait, let me get this straight. So do you feel that the people who are on OnlyFans account are kind of like ex-exposed people on Tumblr?
No, not necessarily, because a lot of people on OnlyFans out there exposing themselves. But that's the thing, they've reclaimed it. Like, now at this point, especially in 2018, if you're trying to do revenge porn, you're corny. Go to mad people's Tumblr. They expose themselves.
That is very true.
It's simple. And now with this, what? I don't know the website.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, that. Like I said, it's like, listen, in the words of the great philosopher, ain't no thing. Shame, ladies, do your thing. Just make sure you're ahead of the game. Bitches is getting coins with it. So where's the exposure getting now? Nowhere.
That is true. I mean, I feel like we're at a place in our culture where now people are more comfortable with their sexuality, and like we're just with themselves, in the sense of they'll post a naked picture on Twitter, on Instagram, and not give a fuck and not think about the ramifications later on down the line. Because at least for me, I know growing up, you can feel free to continue pouring yourself some more.
I shall.
But at least for me, growing up, you necessarily didn't want to be seen in that light. You know, like in the sense of like you didn't want your news to be exposed because you felt like that was kind of like synonymous with being like a whore or being like a I mean, now everyone wants to be a thought, but, you know, or being promiscuous and stuff like that. And even though, like I say, it's not the case. Like, sometimes it could literally just be, you know, your ex-boyfriend being salty and you didn't know that that person had that in him, and then next thing you know, your nudes are everywhere. Like, it's happened before. You know what I'm saying? Not to me, but I'm just saying in general. But, again, like, I'm just saying, like, we're living in a place now, in a time where Kim Kardashian posts her nudes on her timeline every 3 days.
All the time.
So it's kind of like, where's the power in exposing someone else? I mean, unless, of course, it is detrimental to the, I guess, like, the brand that they're trying to build. But I mean, who in 2018 is trying to be kind of like that good girl image or that good boy image anymore? They don't have to be a bad boy or a bad girl.
Yeah, I mean, that is what a lot of people want. But then there's also, like, it could be real detrimental to somebody's career. And it could be really damaging depending on where it gets out. Like, back, like, I guess with the younger class of thoughts, when, you know, we was all up on that. It's okay, I'm saying class of thoughts, because I was in that shit too. Not that I was at that, you know, just whatever happened. Like I said, catfish. I was young, dumb, and naive. But at the time, I was working for the Department of Education, and I'm over there shitting bricks. Like, bro, I'm sitting here working with fucking special needs kids. What if this gets out?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't know. You could literally seriously ruin somebody's life because you're fucking miserable and your feelings are hurt.
Well, what do you feel about people who are, let's say, in the public eye, and, like, for example, Black China, who, prior to her being involved with Rob Kardashian, for example, had videos of her stripping and, you know, in various states of undress. So, and I'm not saying it's right to expose her because she's been naked on the internet, but I mean, like, in the sense of someone who's made a career out of kind of, like, you know, being a sexualized figure, do you feel that it's detrimental when their news get leaked? Should they be upset? Because I mean, she did have that whole. She had Lisa Bloom, which is, I guess, like the revenge porn queen, like the lawyer of, like, the queen lawyer of revenge porn. Like, you know, had her on her team. Went after not only Rob, went after, you know, I think it was also Kim, Chris, and I think one of the other sisters. I forget which ones, but for the same thing, kind of like an extension of what Rob did to her by putting out that video of her.
Because at the end of the day, it was corny in him, but he's a corny dude, and everybody knows that. And it wasn't detrimental to anything in her career because she has built a platform on thottery. My biggest gripe with that was, if you build a platform on being such a sexualized figure, you out there stripping and dotting and bobbing for dollars, just make sure you on camera and them lights are on, you put your A game into it, because
I mean,
I'm gonna just leave it there. I think you know what I'm getting at.
I will say this. I mean, I'm definitely, clearly, I have a tattoo on me that's send nudes, so I'm pro nudes. I've addressed this in other videos, but at least for me, I just feel like, again, no one on this earth, unless, you know, you're, I guess, from, like, my mother's era, and I'm pretty sure I've met a couple of people who probably would have been her, a peer of hers, who are probably sending nudes now. I'm pretty sure my aunt was, like, almost 40 and sending nudes. She seems the type. But anyway, I digress. That's a different conversation. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't see what the big deal is, especially when they get exposed. Like, for me, I feel like, I'm not saying now, yeah, let's go have fun and expose my nudes, but I'm just saying, like, in the sense of everyone sends the nudes, so I feel like, if, let's say, someone were to expose my nudes tomorrow, if you came into my mentions, if you came into my DMs and told me, oh, you're a whore, like, your nudes are out, like, you should be ashamed of yourself, I didn't send them to you. I didn't post them online. I didn't say, hey, I want to be nude on the internet. I want to become famous for having my ass out or my dick out. Like, that wasn't the purpose. That's not what I sent them out for. So, again, why bother at this point? Like I said, that's my real thing. Like, why bother at this point?
Yeah, it's like, honestly, nudes are a tale as old as time. Just because it's easier to expose them and
Come
send
on,
them
Beauty
out.
and the Beast.
like you said, what you think your aunt be taking bitches now? You think they were stopping bitches like 10, 15 years ago from taking nudes with a Polaroid? Shit was going down back then. It's just easier to expose now, but still, what's the point? It's like, yeah, and then, like, I remember back, like, I'm really bringing it back to this exposure thing because it was really big for me because it hurt my little feelings back when I had them, 1994.
I was a bit like, child, because...
Fuck off. Anyway, so now, like, literally, I was hurt when it first came out because I just felt all types of ways. Literally to the point, at one point, I was, like, in tears. Like, I can't believe this happened. I didn't want it to happen, whatever. And so I remember one time I seen, when that big page came out, somebody going online, like, oh, all of y'all nasty little hoes, that's why all your pictures out there, you wouldn't catch me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, but nobody was saying to you. Nobody's fucking, you don't know everything about the situation. You know what was going on. You don't know the interpersonal relationships with the context of those nudes. All you know is nudes are out there. And at the end of the day, it's nobody's right to send out pictures. It's just like, I could be a hoe. I could go up and down this block right now and suck everybody's dick. But if one nigga on this dick, one nigga
is on this dick on this block.
Nah, but if there's one nigga on this block whose dick I don't want to suck, then that doesn't give them a right to just force it in my mouth. Just like if I want to send news to the world, just because I ain't send it to you or because I hurt your feelings, whatever, doesn't give you the right to put it out there.
That is true.
And people don't understand that. People don't understand boundaries. And it gives them this sense of power. And it's imaginary power. Because what are you going to do with that? Nothing. You're going to go out in the fucking to Bloomingdale's and purchase something with that? No. You're going to go pay your rent with that? No. It's fucking, like I said, it's just corny. Every single time, it's corny.
But you know what I laugh about is because those same people, I call them the pick-me's of the world, like the ones who always kind of like in the situation of like, oh no, I'm above that. It will never happen to me. That's why I don't send nudes. That could never be me. And then when round 4 of the Tumblr page comes out, guess who made the list this time? You did, Bill. And then it always turns into, and then what's crazy to me is, none of us are on a pedestal. Like, we've all, like, I'm pretty sure we've all done questionable things in our past. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we've all been guilty. But my thing is, you were this pick-me person. You gave us a whole rant about how this is not you because you don't send news. Now your news are exposed. Now you're giving us round 2 of a rant. Talking about, oh, because I'm not that kind of person, because I only send to someone. So then maybe the conversation you need to be having isn't with the rest of Twitter or Tumblr or Instagram. It needs to be with that alleged one person who got your nudes. Because clearly they didn't keep them to themselves.
Clearly. And you know what the shit that pisses me off about that is? Like, I don't give a fuck about your rant. Your feelings are hurt, but boo, go take it up with whoever. Like, why are you explaining yourself to people on the internet you don't know? You act like fucking Mamacita opened that shit up and was like, ay, Dios mío. No. Your grandma ain't watching that shit. She at home watching Univision. Why the fuck are you explaining this to people?
It's 2018. Some grandmas be watching now. Ooh, baby. Especially y'all young little grandmas that are 36 because y'all had a baby at 12 and they had a baby at 12.
I just saw a fine-ass one on Instagram. I was like, damn, mama's a grandma, a fat ass. But, you know.
I'm telling you, they be grandmas out here, but 50 years old, looking like a whole Instagram thought.
Oh, 59.
And by the way, when I say Instagram thought, it's not a derogatory term. I don't need to have my mentions or in my DMs. I love all the Instagram thoughts. Listen, I was here when fucking Cardi B was an Instagram thought.
Facts.
Okay, I was rooting for her then, and I was rooting for her loving hip hop, and I'm still rooting for her now with her printed ass twerking on stage at Coachella. And I know, sidebar, I know for a fact Jocelyn was rolling in her Love and Hip Hop grave, even though she's coming back with a show on WeTV, because I'll stay all up on it. Jocelyn Takes Miami got picked up by WeTV. Shout out to you, Puerto Rican princess.
Power to the woman.
But I know she was rolling in her grave because I always say this. I found it so funny that Cardi B's Coachella set just reminded me of what Jocelyn wanted her baby shower to be.
Ew, yeah, but if she wasn't touching it.
You remember that episode though when she was there? She was like, I want strippers. I was like, wow.
Your accent's a little off, but yeah.
Sorry, I lost my Dominican accent when I learned English in kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
It took me, kindergarten, because I was learning how to speak Spanish in my house, and I learned Spanish first. So from until kindergarten. If my mother were here, she would tell y'all all the spankings.
Proud of you. You made it far.
Sure did. That's how I got my job now. Because I'm bilingual. But you know, the words of I'm quadrilingual. Fuck, I was a quadrilingual. There you go. I speak 4 languages.
English, Spanish, sarcasm, and thought.
Mm-mm. English, Spanish, French, and that.
Knew that was on there.
Right? Listen, and I don't speak just regular that. I speak the motherfucking Bronx version.
Ooh. Let's not admit that on camera.
I don't give a fuck. Catch me in my... See, listen, I may be a Bronx bird, but the one thing I won't do is subscribe to motherfucking wearing Timbs in the wintertime. All y'all motherfuckers with y'all toasty feet.
Whoa. Well, let's not cross that line right now.
All right, because you're one of them.
Bitch,
You're one of them.
I'm a nigga that'll break out Timbs if it's
Horrible.
raining in the spring.
Well, that's different.
What's wrong with Timbs in the wintertime?
In the summertime.
Oh, in the summertime. If it's raining...
Wait, scratch that. If I said wintertime, I'm sorry. I definitely meant I'm not one of those Bronx birds that wears Timbs in the summertime. This is just in case I said wintertime in the first time I said it.
The wrong gang to you. But I'm one of them Brooklyn boys that if it's raining in the summertime, I'm going to break out my fucking Timbs. I don't care.
In other words, he's one of those boys that's going to still show up to your baby shower in a Burberry shirt, cargo shorts, and Timbs.
Oh, that's ratchet.
In 95-degree weather.
For never.
With a pit bull, with a chain link motherfucker, with a chain link collar.
I'll bring my line out in this shit.
Talk about, yo, sit. And they both the same height. Him and the dog.
Yo, leave Melania out of this. Yeah, my girl's name, well, her name is Mela, but it's short for Melania. She classy, but a little bit of a hoe on the low.
What kind of dog do you have?
Red-nosed pig.
He has a pit named after the First Lady of America.
The first strip of America.
That also. Rewind. Back to the subject at hand. News. No, joking. Rewind. Exposing people. Yes. On the ground. But I will say this. To the subject at hand, I do feel that certain people do deserve to be exposed. And I'm not saying nude-wise. For example, people who are exposed as racists. People who are exposed as... I mean, I guess that kind of falls into racism. But I mean, like, I like seeing... In the sense of exposing people, I like... Not that I like exposing people, but I feel like if you're going to expose someone, then expose them for, like, smart things. Like, expose them for having a rant about how black people are terrible, but they're, like, in black boys' DMs all the time trying to get black penis. You know? Like, expose that so that I can laugh. I can be like, ha, 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 look at you. You made fun of me, a black man, but now you're getting black dick. Woo! You know, it's funny. You know, that's good stuff. Like Aaron Schlossberg, exposing himself as a racist even though he speaks Spanish on his resume. Boop!
What you learn that for if we don't speak that in America? You don't pay taxes to speak that language, do you now, buddy?
But you're collecting checks.
Not no more.
Sure not. He got, well, allegedly, well, I don't know because you know white people be white peopling. So the first day, oh no, I got a degree. I'm white, so I'm not going to be hurt. Then 3 days later, didn't quite age so well because we got a fucking apology. But I don't understand because we have so many videos of you yelling at people to not speak that language that you say you speak.
Incident.
Yeah, like I don't, just doesn't quite add up. Maybe to you 2 + 2 = 6, but I'm still seeing 4.
I mean, all I know is that you ran your mouth and you was a racist. For why? Because actually this is perfect for this topic of exposure because it's like that's what I love that nowadays you can expose people for the monsters that they are. Like your dumbass got caught. Do you know the power of social media, papi? Aparentemente no, because we got this nigga's fucking name, quick fast. We got his job, quick fast. They said skirt at the door, goodbye. Got his address and threw a fucking mariachi band in front of the nigga's
Oh my god, I love those tweets where they always tweet a picture. They'll tweet the scenario like, hi, person was being racist at a Starbucks at 5:55 p.m. Twitter, do your thing. 23 hours later, the person who got a job, got kicked out of school, their wife divorced them, their kids got taken away by motherfucking child protective services, they no longer have a social security number because they got wiped out the database.
They fish gun swim off on that.
I'd be like, damn, y'all worse than the motherfucking Bayhive.
Or social media. That's why you gotta love it.
Listen,
That's why you're right. When you're exposing nudes and shit, that's corny. Like you're doing nothing there. But if you use that exposure and that power of social media for some good, go on with your bad self.
Right? Like
bring that shit to boop boop. Like
Y'all chose to hack our motherfucking electoral system to fucking put Trump into the presidency, motherfuckers. Y'all couldn't go into Sally Mae and delete some motherfuckers student loans.
Facts.
The fuck? Y'all can add some motherfucking numbers into our fucking bank accounts, motherfuckers.
Yo, I'm saying. I'm trying
No,
to
y'all just wanted to kiki and laugh and put the fat pig in the White House. Yeah, good job. Good fucking job.
Successful.
I can't wait to see. That's one exposure I'm waiting for.
The
See
rest
what I
of
did that?
the rest of the exposure, because it's just like clearly it's not enough. I don't know what the fuck he has to do. He apparently has to fucking fist a little white boy and use him as a fucking puppet to spew racism to maybe get him fucking out of the White House.
They'll laugh and be like, "Oh my God, our president has a sense of humor. He loves the children because he chose the child to use as a puppet, and he's speaking to the world. He wants to educate the young children of the world to be better Americans and make America great again." Fuck him.
Twice.
Listen, I ain't got no time. No hay tiempo. No hay tiempo. I feel like the only way that he'll get out of office is if he literally goes just, and I feel like one day he's gonna get up and be like, fuck you, and fuck all this shit. I'm done.
Word. Because honestly, it's just
Unless
the dominoes are falling. You just see Melania's face, and every time she's next to him, like, I was just trying to be a sugar baby. I ain't signed up for all this shit.
Personally speaking, I honestly feel that Trump is poor. Well, relatively poor. Not like I need to go apply to Section 8 and get SNAP benefits poor. But like, white people and do white collar crimes poor. Like, you may not have $1 billion, but like you have 600 million because you've been lying about the other 400 million.
Why'd that make me just think of white chicks? Oh my God, how broke? MC Hammer broke.
Exactly. Like, he's not MC Hammer, bro. Like, he's...
But if he had to fake an abduction of Melania for some bread, it might happen.
Exactly. See, there you go. Like, he might scam a couple of insurance frauds before he, like, ends up actually being broke. But... And I honestly feel that he might have like a terminal disease because there should be no reason why you have people lying about your finances and about your health. I feel like he's like dying and he was like, you know what, since I'm dying and I'm just gonna take I'm gonna take everyone with me. Yeah. Fuck it.
Honestly,
Armageddon.
He's taking everyone with him either fucking away. So Saint Selena, do your thing, boo. Take him with you. Then drop him to Lucifer.
You know that there's a sinkhole forming. This has nothing to do with exposure, but
around the fucking White House.
Yes, there is like a humongous ass and I'm dying because all in my mind I kept thinking was that fucking movie, fucking Drag Me to Hell, and I was like, I hope he sleepwalks and he's like, whoa, and he disappears, no one knows, and it's like when the world is like Trump.
Okay, bitch, I might be taking it back. Do you remember the fucking novela Passions?
Yes.
Yo.
Sadly.
Fucking Tabitha, that little midget doll, gonna take his ass straight to hell with them. Him and the little fucking midget doll, rest in peace, Papi. They got the same size hands. They could be nice little playmates down there. It needs to go.
By the way, for this being Diet Coke, this is a sweet ass drink.
There's mad rum in here.
Oh, that would explain the sweetness and why things are kind of going out of focus now. Lies. No. But no. But yeah, but like again, you know what I find extremely funny on the subject of exposure and not the White House and their sinkhole? When couples break up and then it's always so happy-go-lucky. Like you didn't care that your boyfriend was, putting up ads on Backpage, for example. You didn't care that your boyfriend was in bars soliciting white men to buy both of y'all drinks. You didn't care that your man didn't have an income when y'all signed y'all 2-year lease on an apartment that your mother had to be a guarantee on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't care when all these things were going on. But all of a sudden, now you break up. Now your boyfriend's a deadbeat. His dick is small. He can't fuck. He fucking all your friends. He's sleeping on his friend's couch because he can't afford rent. You were charging him $70 for cable. He was only giving you $20. Like,
damn, fucking, come on.
Like, you ain't care. You ain't care, sis.
Nah.
Why are you mad now?
It's true. Like, honestly,
why you got all these receipts?
I try to keep it cute and stay quiet all over the gram and shit, whatever. I even keep it, like, my relationship low key or whatever. But one thing I do appreciate about my ex is that no matter what him and I went through, and honestly, between the both of us, we could have just been out there and been petty on the gram or on social media, whatever. We kept it cute. We kept it quiet. We went our separate ways. We left it at that. But I be seeing niggas these days, and sorry for the constant use of that N-word, if any African Americans are...
Yes, because he's white.
He
is Caucasian. Caucasian.
Listen.
And we will be having a serious talk after this video about his usage of the N-word.
Let's get to the history of Dominican Republic and see. We was getting fucked with the slaves. So we're not going to get into that now. Let's get back to this.
He's not Dominican. He's a liar. He grew up in the Heights, surrounded by Dominicans. He is an Azealia Banks, a white version.
I will block you and walk upset right now.
He is Caucasian.
Listen,
his middle name is Mitchell. With a T.
I'm only Caucasian because my ass grew up in Park Slope, Brooklyn.
Like, I'm kidding. His ass is black.
Nah, but yeah.
Well, Hispanic, Afro-Latina.
Black my injection. Let's not get to that. But anyway.
Well, then, I'm every woman.
So back
They're
to
all
that.
in me.
So like I said, I love the fact that me and my ex, after everything we've been through in those years, we were able to keep it between us and let it rock. He may have told his people some things, I may have told my people some things, but nobody was out here making a whole spectacle of it. And I've seen nowadays people going in on posts. They go on a rant on Facebook, and then that doesn't suffice, so they screenshot it and then throw it to their Instagram story.
And then that doesn't suffice.
I'm just like, but listen, I keep it cute and quiet, but my messy ass be sitting there like, Instagram story, hold, read that whole pack, ooh, damn, all that. But then I'm like, I think a year back, and I was like, but they were all smiling and cuddling puppies and holding balloons and eating birthday cake together, and damn.
I mean, personally speaking, I've had a career in the gay world of approximately, let's see, they got real spicy. I'm 31 now, 18 years. In the 18 years that I've been, living my life in relationships and stuff, dating rich white men off the coast of, the Amalfi Coast and things.
Could you get them?
Anyway, no, I'm kidding. No, but in all sincerity, no. But I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I felt the need to kind of expose my love life in a negative light on social media. Even I guess, but then again, I come from that upbringing where your whole house can be in the state of Armageddon, but once you walked outside, your house was in perfect condition. No one needed to know what was going on inside of your walls, unless you wanted to bring it into your situation.
Oh, sorry, it's inside of your walls.
But, that's how I grew up. I don't feel the need to get on social media and be like, oh, fuck this nigga ain't do this, because that's just not necessary. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you to your face, and if I gotta fight you, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then I'm not out here taking pictures and taking videos, but that is called evidence. I grew up in the era where that was evidence. You didn't want to have evidence of you doing damage to people. That's how you end up with a court case. I know y'all not scared of the cops, but I am. I've been down there. It's not cute. It's dirty. They don't give you water.
I have too much melanin to interact with any type of cops. I'd be like, oh, hello, sir. How are you doing today? What's the problem, officer?
Listen, and I'm sorry for the people who watch me. I know that this is my arrest story has made it into various videos, but it's because I'm traumatized. Listen, I fight and stuff, and I'm not proud to call myself a fighter. I like to use my words.
I'm just for myself.
Please do. I like to use my words
and feet
to fight my battles. I don't like to use my fists. I'm trying to be a better me. Trying to be a better me. Okay. But,
baby steps.
No, we can discuss this off this episode, but I've taken a lot of steps. But anyway, no, but I don't like to, and I'm in a point in life where I'm trying to do other things, and I'm not trying to be out here fighting people. So, it's just, I don't understand, why are you recording yourself in your bathroom with your eyebrow dripping because you just fought your man because you found him on Craigslist? Or because you found your man at a bar cheating? What's the point? You just beat him up and what? He still cheated on you. Now he's leaking blood and cum.
Sounds hot.
in the right situation.
Paris Hilton voice.
In my Cardi B voice.
No, you know what my shit about all that shit is too? You're exposing your man for whatever monster that you want to paint him out to be, because we all know that there's 3 sides to every story. One, the other, and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you're also exposing yourself to be a fucking pendejada, because you just sat there in a 3, 4, 5 year relationship taking all this shit. Had it been me, I would have been like, take my purse, I'm out this bitch. But no, you sat there and you took the shit, but then you want to cry to fucking social media and get the sympathy factor? Yeah, you just exposed homeboy, but you exposed yourself for being a fucking puta, a pendeja, and a fucking carpet, basically, because you done let homeboy walk all over you, and now you want the sympathy factor. You're not getting my fucking sympathy. I don't try to play that fucking sympathy card, because anything I fucking put up with, I chose to put up with. That's my decision.
And there it is in a nutshell. And I'm sorry, there would definitely not be any, what are those things called that come up on the screen that do the translations? None of that. Go Google.
Google. Urban Dictionary. It's a real
Find out what pendeja means.
I
Go
put
do
all
some
the old
homework.
people onto my job on things on Urban Dictionary. They're usually kinky things.
I like Urban Dictionary though. They be having the funniest definitions. And they're always accurate, but they're just funny. Like, this is the colloquial term for.
I just like looking up different sex moves. Like, I like teaching people at my job what a Cleveland steamer is, an Alabama hot pocket, Angry Dragon. Okay.
So you're like a walking Family Guy episode, in other words.
It's basically.
Okay. That's what's up. I can see that.
I have no home training. I'm sorry, guys.
Clearly. By the way, I think you definitely got up and cut your whole head off in the video, but it's fine.
I was grabbing my purse.
And leaving.
I was
as you should
scene.
do. Kelly Rowland. Don't stay in the kitchen with the keys, sis. You get up and go. I will join you, but I don't know the pitch, the key, or the beat. So I would have been Taylor Swifting it.
Damn.
Hey Taylor, I love you, girl.
Camilla.
You got a mean pun.
What is her name? Camilla
Cabello? Well, I'm gonna be white and say Camila Cabello, but I'm pretty sure it's Camila Cabello. You know, Cabello.
Yeah, that
her
flat C note bitch from Third Harmony, whatever harmony that shit is.
Oh my god! But I like Okay, so I'm not like a stan or like a fan, but you know, her album was cute. It was very nice. I liked her album. I'll say that.
I like the Havana song until the fucking
Havana
until the fucking Pokemon from Migos comes on. I'm over it. Like all of them, you gotta scream your name in every fucking song. You're not a Pokemon. I ain't choose you. Rap your fucking rap and keep it moving. Also, since we're on the top of hip hop, and then I thought of Cardi B with the exposure is her beef with Azalea. Cause you see how she like exposed that picture with her without makeup, corniness. Nicki and Remy, fucking Remy dropping the pictures of Nicki before surgery. Like we already know shit like that. Why do you gotta do that to take shots at people? And I just think that's just the worst shit ever. Like if you want to take shots, take your shots, say your shit, because everybody in the game could tear somebody apart for their past. But why you gotta use the pictures and shit? If you so hard, if you so bad, use your words.
Because see, it's like I said at the beginning of this video. When you expose people, you show how small of a person you are. When you do it in a negative way. For example, like I said, it's okay to expose a racist because we all need to know who our enemies are in the world. But when you do things like Azealia Banks and Remy, and you do it from a place of hate, it's because you're a jealous person and you're upset and you're mad at things that are within your control. In the sense of, you can change your life. You can take steps to achieve the things that you want to achieve when you're mad at someone else for achieving the things that you feel are yours. So if you want your flowers, if you want your things, go out and get them. Don't expose people. Like Remy and Azealia. Hi, y'all, little ladies. Y'all are angry. Go see Iyanla. Let her fix your life. Stop going on hip-hop squares and looking sour.
Which is crazy because I honestly think both of them are extremely talented MCs. Well, Remy more so back in the day. I'm gonna say that because Remy's newer shit, no. Azalea, I've always been a fan of Azalea. Just that attitude, she needs to bring that back.
No, and my thing is, and I will say this, all jokes aside, I know that I joke around and play all day, but for me, I get what her overall message is. Like, I get it, I understand. Sis, listen, I get it. I get it. One more time. I get it.
Me too, baby. Don't attack me. I love you.
Azealia, I feel your pain. It's hard to see someone do all the things that you as a person were taught not to do because it diminishes your value, quote unquote, diminishes your value. And see them succeed, and you're still on the fringes. Listen, why are you hating from outside the club?
Honestly,
if you can't even get in? And mind you,
all right, Chris.
but mind you, you here because you've had some hits. So like, I just wish Baby Doe would focus on the music, focus on destroying these bitches with your bars. Stop picking these little SoundCloud, House Mother, House of Mugler beats and giving us voguing songs. Like, I get it. 212, all of them, like, those were popular. Like, I need you to spit. Give me spit some bars on some real beats. Like, give me some fuego.
But you know what's the shit, especially when it comes to Azealia, is that her exposing others, which she feels to do all the time. Like, bitch, you argued with a fucking...
With Sky Jackson?
Exactly, with a Disney toddler. She's literally exposed herself as such a horrible and ugly person on the inside that there's gonna be no success for her because nobody wants to fuck with her.
But I feel like, in her defense, I feel like, again, with her, I feel like she's had bad... Like, she's just one of those people that I feel... hurt people. And I feel like she's been, like, I feel like, in all honesty, she's had bad experiences and we've lived through some of them because, for example, like that whole episode with Russell Crowe and that other dude who lied about how he spit on her. Like, we all were like, oh, you're a liar, they would never do that. And then it turned out that he actually did do it. But again, you have to sit back as a person and just think about the fact that, okay, why is it that if I say I was hurt or this happened to me, no one believed me? And I'm saying, and in the general sense of like, because again, there are a lot of situations where a victim is literally a victim and they don't have a past where they've had, you know, like they've had incidents in the past and they still won't be believed. But in the case of Azealia, how many times has she not been the aggressor, been the person that, you know, starts the beef, drags these people verbally, you know, does all these things to them, and then why would we believe that you were a victim if at the end of the day you've been the bully in the playground this whole time? And
then it's also hard to believe anything she says because she's a chancleta. That she stay fucking flip-flopping. You want to talk all this shit about fucking white people, yet you over here fucking...
You date white people.
Torrance. I hate your cheerleading squad. Fucking, what's this, Jesse Bradford? Like, really?
You talk so much shit about Nikki and now you want to be her friend.
Besties. No, you can't.
You were bopping to Bodak Yellow. You were caping for Cardi. Then you dissed Cardi. Then you started like, sis, like pick a side, pick a side, pick a side.
I don't know.
I mean, now we just exposed Azealia as being a flip flopper. So how do you feel about being an exposer and not an exposee?
Like we spoke about in the beginning of this video, it depends on what you're trying to expose somebody as being. I'm never gonna expose anybody as being a thought or a whore. I don't believe in slut shaming. Like, your body is...
What defines a slut?
At this point...
No.
What?
Fuck at this point, because fuck... Like, I hate that shit. Like, we're not moving goalposts because it's fucking 2018. Like, stop... Why do we live in a culture of moving goalposts? Like, we'll set a bar here for one person, and then it'll be the next person. We have the bar all the way up. Bitch, it should be a standard. That's what the bar is for. It's a standard.
Well, apparently the standard of a slut is somebody that just, like, sleeps with a lot of people.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, what I believe is why I feel the need to slut shame. It's not your body. It's not your decisions. It's not affecting you in any kind of way. If somebody wants to fuck around, thot and bop, 24/7, let them rock. Why does it affect you that you feel the need to call somebody out on it? I just feel like then it ties into the exposure of everything on the internet. Why does somebody else's life affect you so fucking much? Go to work, pay your bills, drink some water, do a face mask. Your skin's looking dry. Your weave's looking crusty. Self-care, self-love. Stop worrying about other people's life. Maybe you'll be happier. Maybe you'll have less bags. Maybe you'll have less wrinkles. Maybe you'll have a man. Maybe your credit score won't be 432.
Maybe you post less memes and more selfies.
Tis facts. Facts and booty claps, baby. Facts and booty claps.
I'm just saying. See? Boop. But no. On that note, because I feel that we have exhausted the topic and I no longer want to speak about it anyway. No, I'm kidding. I love talking. I love talking about everything and anything and all things. But as far as exposing goes, if you're exposing people because they're comfortable within their sexual persons, sexual beings, then you're a cornball. You're corny. It's sad. Do better.
And you clearly haven't
Get a
had
hobby.
your own sexual awakening, and you need to get out there and suck some dick and live your life because
Ooh.
you jealous of the other person. You're big mad.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to go suck a dick, but I will say.
Well, I don't mean generally go like, I just mean I'm advocating for happiness. If sucking dick makes you happy, go suck a dick.
If you go and expose bitches, expose the bitches that need to be exposed. And when I say bitches, I mean male and females. What are them? Expose all of them that need to be exposed. Not for sexual reasons, not because you broke up with them, not because your bills is due tomorrow or someone's going to give you $20 to expose so-and-so because I want to see what they dick look like. No. I want to see the Aaron Schlossbergs of this world. I fucked up his whole name. But anyway, I want to see people like that exposed. I want to see people like Trump exposed. I want to see people like that fucking colon cancer looking
Barbecue
person.
Becky.
Who's Barbecue Becky? Oh, glasses, yes. Her. Expose her. Expose the colon cancer looking motherfucker that was on the fucking, on the Trump team.
Can I block you in person?
No. He looks like a fucking, I don't know, he looks like just diseases of the world combined into one that all went extinct that just came back on his face. Lord. Steve Bannon. Him. That's what I'm talking about. Him. Expose his fat ass for, I don't know, being a pedophile so we can get his ass the fuck up out of here. Like, that's the kind of exposing I want to see y'all do. I want to see the Twitter, do y'all thing exposing. Not the, oh my god, my man broke up with me, now I fucked him up, so I have to take a picture, put it on the gram, exposing. That's boring. Like, girl, we all knew.
You ain't getting no tears, baby. I'm gonna laugh and
Number
be
one,
slightly entertained, but I'm not really gonna care.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, let's be real. Number one, we probably already saw your news before this. Number two, we probably all knew your man was on Craigslist. Number three, we probably all knew your man was on Backpage as well.
Backpage got shut down, bro.
Well, we all knew that he was out there fucking and thotting for the free and for the paid. So, like I said again, we all knew that. So again, you're not giving us new tea. We just thought you didn't know. And now that you exposed yourself and your man, we're laughing at you, not with you. And that's the important part. You don't want people laughing at you. You want them laughing with you. And normally with exposing people, they're laughing at you. And when I say at you, I don't mean the person that's exposed. We're talking about the person that's doing the exposing. Because sad to say, I'm pretty sure the person you exposed, their DMs are lit. They're going on a date this weekend. Probably multiple dates. And you're still home, alone and bitter.
While they're getting their ass eaten like fucking a hungry Somalian child.
Wow. I was going to say like a frozen Hungry Jack dinner, but you get the gist. So again, just go out and be a better you, be a better person.
Mind your neck, drink some water. And for the ones that want to expose themselves, remember, you want to be Oprah. You don't want to be China. You want to be Oprah.
Make sure there's a square thing attached to it so you can swipe cards too, because you don't only want to take cash. You want to be that bitch that takes Visa, MasterCards, and American Express.
And if you get the right app, you get that fucking little square shit for the free.
Boom. Don't ever take Discover, because they don't even have free points. What are you doing with life if you're not giving out free travel points?
But you can have it Discover because you get deals at Six Flags, but that's about it. Don't take Discover, just have it Discover if you want to, get the hookup at Six Flags.
What are the deals at Six Flags with Discover cards? Like,
I don't know. Never
10 cents on a dollar?
Listen, my friend has a Discover. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm trying to give good advice for the people.
Same, but I feel like Discover cards are just to build your credit. I mean, I'm exposing them as a credit card company. Boom. See? On Unzipped. Exposing bitches. Exposing who, exposing what, exposing you. We're having Discover card. Oh my god, I have a Discover card liquid amount in my glass. So anyway, toodles. And hey, remember, this is episode 1. we're just getting started.
Stay tuned.